Good afternoon, I'm Melanie Kim. In the news today, another correctional officer comes under fire for November's prison escape at Gander Hill. This time, it's a union officer. We'll have details. And have you ever wondered what goes on behind the scenes at a medevac helicopter rescue? We'll have part one of a special report tonight when Chris Safati and I see you at 6.
Stacy Hanneman, Newswatch 47.
I bet she'll make it too. If you've ever come upon a horrific accident,
officers to respond to nearly any emergency situation. These men
To rescue duties they perform.
An hour before their shift begins, Troopers 4 of the Maryland State Police Aviation Division go over some last-minute pre-flight procedures. Based at the Salisbury Airport, this is one of 8 across the state, allowing trained police officers to respond to nearly any emergency situation. These men take to the skies to serve and to protect.
Well, again, it goes with training. The helicopter is a very versatile machine. It's designed to operate in an environment that would be hazardous to other aircraft, or other aircraft just aren't able to do it.
The 4.3 French-made Dauphine helicopter is equipped to aid field troopers in search and rescue missions.
Air 1 erect out 8800 McCard, got 1 on the ground running southbound, 2 on the ground running southbound.
This high-powered eye is just one of many tools that help officers locate missing individuals or fugitives. Hidden underneath the nose of the copter, the flare is also known as a forward-looking infrared device.
And we can use that to pick up heat differences in the environment. It reads all the heat in the environment and the differences. So if you're 98.6, your normal body temperature, and the trees and surrounding is 40 degrees in the wintertime, then it's obviously going to pick you up.
A spotlight strong enough to light up an entire football field is used along with this hoist to help in a rescue. Like their counterparts on the ground, every mission is different, and every day brings about a unique challenge.
Our job involves landing at numerous scenes. We really don't know where we'll be landing.
Despite the risk, the men of the Maryland State Police Aviation Unit say they remain confident that with the equipment and experience, the sky is no longer the limit. On special assignment, Samantha Kearns, Newswatch 47.
tomorrow Samantha tells us about some of the medical duties Trooper 4 performs and how it may someday save your life.
They certainly do some excellent work.
Amazing.
All right. Well, coming
from WMDT TV 47 Salisbury, welcome to Newswatch 47, live at 6.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Melanie Kim.
And I'm Chris Safati.
Tonight on Newswatch 47 at 6, Delaware residents face a 25% increase in water rates. We'll tell you about it. And part 2 of our special report on medevac rescue units. Tonight, Samantha Kearns goes airborne to show us how seconds can make the difference between life and death.
But
all right.
Okay.
Okay, well, we had a lot of reaction from part 1 of last night's series, and tonight, the Maryland State Police Aviation Division performed several different missions in order to get the job done. Last night's Newswatch 47, Samantha Kearns told us about the search and rescue duties. Well, in part 2 of her special series, Samantha shows us how these troopers race through the skies, saving lives.
On here, as soon as the phone rings, there's a little anticipation of what it could be. And so as soon as the phone rings, I think everyone's heart, maybe the heartbeat goes up a little bit. And when it's a medevac, then everyone's heartbeat's elevated.
Fortunately, this time they didn't have to fly to the scene of a gruesome accident. Their mission, an inter-hospital medevac. In other words, the copter's operating as a flying hospital room to help this man who was involved in a head-on collision. Like an angel sent from heaven, these copters swoop down and help save those who are straddling the line between life and death.
We can take the patient at between 160 and 200 miles an hour. That's much more rewarding for the patient and also for us too. The medic doesn't have to worry about patient care as long a time out of the hospital.
The time between physician and physician was cut down to 35 minutes. We're going from a very controlled atmosphere where we have plenty of light, plenty of hands, and we're going to another controlled atmosphere where it's plenty of light and plenty of hands.
The aircraft is equipped with everything a four-wheeled ambulance has and more.
First thing I want to do is check the pulse oximetry, how much oxygen is getting to the organs of the person. And then I'll go into getting the blood pressure, getting the heart monitor, making sure the airway's still secure. And then I'll be talking to the hospital and telling them what kind of patient they're getting so that they can have the resources available when I get there.
These techniques are being used on the approach to downtown Baltimore. Destination shock trauma.
I really view the team as him being the most critical person in the team, because once I get to the scene, he is the one who's going to be working with the patient and getting him the treatment he needs. And in some ways, I'm just a flying ambulance.
Once the copter touches down, we are greeted by the hospital team. The patient care is then transferred to Aldi's hands.
When I've satisfied all the questions I can about the patient to them, that's when my job stops.
Without a pat on the back, the flight team of Trooper 4 head back to Salisbury waiting for their next mission. Even though the hours are long and there's a great deal of stress, these men say it's well worth it.
It's rewarding. It is very rewarding. I know that's probably an oft-used phrase, but it is. You know, to think that there's many times that the person perhaps would have died had he not had the rapid transport that we're able to give.
Every day you don't know what you're going to face, but it's a challenging job. And if you're looking for a challenge and you're looking for diversity, not knowing what you're going to face out there, this is a good job to have.
For the lives these troopers save, it gives new meaning to the friendly skies. On special assignment, Samantha Kearns, Newswatch 47.
What a nice story.
That really was. An added note, this entire statewide operation is financed through the Motor Vehicle Association. In other words, every time you register your vehicle, a small percentage of the fees goes to help keep this program up in the air.
Good to know.
All right.